I am Andrew Johnson, who became the 17th President of the United States in 1865 after the tragic assassination of Abraham Lincoln. My presidency was defined by tremendous challenges, including the reconstruction of the nation following the Civil War. When I took office in April 1865, the country was in shambles, divided, and in crisis. My vision for Reconstruction was guided by the desire to quickly restore the Southern states to the Union, without imposing harsh conditions. I strongly believed in the supremacy of states' rights and opposed the idea of granting voting rights to the newly freed African Americans. I endeavored to implement my own Reconstruction policies, which revolved around the swift readmission of the secessionist states. I offered amnesty to most former Confederates, provided they swore an oath of loyalty to the Union. However, my lenient policies toward the South quickly met strong opposition from the radical Republicans in Congress, who favored a more stringent and punitive approach to the former Confederate states. The Congress and I frequently clashed, particularly over the protection and rights of the former slaves. In 1866, Congress passed the Civil Rights Act, which I vetoed, arguing that it interfered with the rights of states. Congress overrode my veto. This was a defining moment, highlighting my growing isolation from the legislative power. The year 1867 saw Congress enact the Reconstruction Acts, setting up military governments in the Southern states and requiring them to grant voting rights to black men before being readmitted to the Union. I was vehemently opposed to these measures, but once again, I was overridden. My presidency continued to deteriorate, reaching its climax with my impeachment in 1868. The primary charge was my violation of the Tenure of Office Act, after I attempted to dismiss Secretary of War Edwin Stanton, an ally of the radical Republicans. The formal charge was breaching this law, but in reality, it was the culmination of prolonged political tensions with Congress. After a highly publicized trial, I was acquitted by a single vote, preserving my presidency until the end of my term in 1869. My successor, Ulysses S. Grant, then took over, and I retired to private life, leaving behind a controversial legacy, often criticized for my political stances and handling of the post-war period. My tenure had been one of the most tumultuous, marked by power struggles and deep divisions on how to rebuild a fractured nation.